Tony Sklar with bnetTV. We're here at the Asia LTE Summit in Singapore, and I have the pleasure of speaking with Mr. Michael Wright from Telstra. How are you today, sir?
Very good, thank you.
Fantastic. Listen, for our first-time customers, why don't you give us a brief overview of Telstra's position within the ecosystem, how you relate to LTE?
Okay, well, Telstra is a full-service company in Australia. We operate fixed and wireless networks. We've been operating our HSPA network now since about 2005, and it's seen incredible growth. Customers want to take their mobile devices on the road, and we've seen traffic volumes double pretty well every year, at least, since we launched. And in fact, we connected 1.6 million new HSPA customers in the last 12 months. So we're looking ahead. We're looking at the fact with this demand, we need to look into the future as to how we're going to carry this traffic. So we're looking heavily into new technology. And in fact, we announced earlier this year we'd be building an LTE network based on the 1800 megahertz spectrum.
So the HSPA Plus obviously is so much better than what we've had in the Edge network. We've sort of moved it up and move it up and move it up. This next long-term evolution is going to be fantastic, but the infrastructure costs take so much time to roll out. What are some of the challenges that you faced within the ecosystem that you are still dealing with?
Look, within the ecosystem, the biggest issue is how do I get devices? How do you get the ecosystem to grow? And one of the things we've seen with LTE is very quickly the chipsets came along. The frequency bands are still a little bit debated, but we're really confident that the 1800 megahertz ecosystem is going to build out fairly quickly. And with the efficiency of this new technology and the fact that you're going to build capacity anyway with the demand, you can actually construct a deployment scenario where you really don't have to make a large amount of investment. We see LTE and HSPA as complementary. We actually just see it as new spectrum and a way of carrying traffic. And we don't actually see it necessarily about increasing speeds, although there's value to some products and services in that, but it's more speed to carry more customers so they keep getting the experience they've become used to.
Is this something that you're gonna continue to grow the network with? Because the HSPA obviously it's not going to go away. You've got so many devices that are already in the marketplace, but yet there are a certain amount of people that will forego broadband and go to the LTE dongles and whatnot to continue to increase their capacity.
Look, we'll deploy both in the right place for the right application. So in the high dense areas, we're deploying LTE because it helps us deal with demand. In the rural and regional areas, we've got low frequency HSPA. We'll continue to deploy that. And in fact, we're interested in growing our HSPA technology to the next evolution, which is in terms of peak network or technology speak, the 84 megabit standard.
And you recently just had some great press. What can you expand upon that a little bit?
Well, earlier this year we said we'd be building the LTE 1800 network. We're going to complete the network by the end of the year, but we've already got users on it in Brisbane and Sydney and Melbourne who are trialling out, and we're getting some pretty good user experience.
And so based upon what the customer feedback is, what is that next evolution going to look like?
I think we're just going to see more take up of the new devices as people enjoy the new experience. But as I said earlier, I think the important thing about this new technology is we can keep delivering the experience customers have got used to. If we don't keep up with the technology roadmap and this data tsunami catches us, we run the risk that customers will get a lower experience, and we're trying to stay ahead of that curve.
I hope we get a chance for another update again in the future. Appreciate your time today.
That'd be great to talk to you.
I've been speaking with Michael Wright of Telstra. I'm Tony Sklar here at LTE Asia with bnetTV.